Hi everyone, in this video I'm gonna share about simple interest. Yes, so everyone needs money at every stage of their life. We are all known that proverb money makes everything. So, what is actually money? Money is just an economical unit. It can be defined as anything that people use to buy goods and services. Money is what many people receive for selling their own things or services. We are all known that most countries have their own kind of money, such as the United States dollar or the British pound. Generally, money is also called as currency or cash. Sometimes it so happens that they keen desire to purchase their favorite stuffs like cars, bikes, phones, or houses, etc. But they are incapable to purchase due to shortage of money. Here lies a question that a person who does not have a good amount of money at particular time has no right to see dreams. No, because there is a solution for this query. Yes, loans are available for these purposes only. Loans are provided to people for such critical circumstances which may occur at any time. For each and every kind of need, loans are available. Home loans are available for general home purposes like buying an expensive car, educational purpose, or home improvement, etc. Many of your desires can be fulfilled by this loan. But when you need huge amount of money in any kind of emergency or all of a sudden you require cash at the moment that you cannot borrow cash from bank. So the only way is that you can borrow cash from your relatives or friends. In mathematics, that borrowed money from bank or others is called principal money or principal amount. And the person who borrowing the money is called borrower, and also the person who giving the money is called lender. Not just a lender, because he or she is like a boss. Yes, in Bible, Proverbs 22:7 says, the borrower is a servant to the lender. Because the lender charges some amount which is defined as the proportion of an amount loaned or invested to the borrower. That is called interest. Interest is classified into two types, that are simple interest and compound interest. Simple interest is the rate of interest calculated only on the principal amount. But compound interest is the addition of interest to the principal amount of a loan or deposit. That is, interest on principal and interest previously earned. In next video, we will discuss about compound interest elaborately. Now we're gonna study simple interest with examples. In simple interest, the interest rate or amount is same for all years. And here, simple interest is abbreviated as SI and compound interest is abbreviated as CI. So, SI is smaller than CI. And the formula for simple interest is the product of principal amount, rate of interest, and number of time periods, which is divided by 100, where P is principal amount and R is rate of interest and T is number of time periods or due periods. Let us see the example. Someone borrowed rupees 1000 at the rate of interest as 5% for 2 years per annum. Before we gonna solve this, reread the question to make sure you understand the problem and write what's given. Here, the principal amount P is 1000 and the rate of interest R is 5% and the number of time periods or due period is T, that is 2 years. Here, we should note that the due periods may are in years, months, weeks or days. Then we have to find the simple interest. So, write our simple interest formula here and substitute the values of P, R and T. After simplification, we get the simple interest as 100. Also, you can find the interest rate, principal amount or due time by using the same formula. On the other hand, interest plays a huge role in investments. Yes, interest is not just an amount for loans or debts. It's the rate a bank pays some amount to the savers also. We are all known that fixed deposit is a savings account. It has flexible terms. You can choose a short term fixed deposit which you can withdraw within a month, or a long term where you wait for years until it matures. And also, you earn an interest rate with the money you deposited over a time, that is over a fixed time, and the interest rates highly depends on the bank you are applying from. Here, for an example, which states that Esther will decides to invest rupees 5000 for 1 year, and she wants to earn only rupees 235 as an interest rate because the interest rates are taxable. So she doesn't want to earn more than that. And here the Trusters Bank offers an interest rate as 2% and the Big Money Bank offers an interest rate as 5% of a savings account. Recall that the interest rates are depend on the bank. Then how much should Esther invest in each bank in order to achieve her financial goal? So, I will give a step-by-step very detailed solution. The first step is to understand the problem. If not, try once more to reread the problem. The smart tip is to understand the problem is just put yourself in Esther's shoes. Now, we recall the problem. For 1 year, Esther wants to deposit some amount of cash at Trusters Bank and some amount of cash at Big Money Bank. She wants to know how much of her 5000 should deposit at 2% simple interest at Trusters Bank and how much of her 5000 should deposit at 5% simple interest at Big Money Bank. So, the combined interest equals rupees 235. In step 2, we're going to translate our goal from English into mathematics. Here, T denotes the amount she invests in Trusters Bank and B denotes the amount she invests in Big Money Bank. Here the letters T and B are nothing but the variables. Next, we move on to step 3. We're going to form the mathematical expressions. Since the total investment is 5000 and the variables T and B are used to form this equation. So, the sum of T and B equals 5000. Also, 0.02T denotes the interest earned from Esther's deposit at Trusters Bank. Similarly, 0.05B denotes the interest earned from Esther's deposit at Big Money Bank. Since the combined interest is 235, so the sum of 0.02T and 0.05B equals 235. And now we solving these equations by substitution method in step 4. From equation 1, we have the value of B as 5000 minus T. Labeled it as equation number 3 and substitute this equation number 3 into equation number 2. And we proceed to solve for T as follows. Like using distributive property and combining like terms and subtract 250 from both sides to isolate the expression with T. Also dividing both sides by minus 0.03 to get T as alone. Therefore, we have T as 500 and from 3 we have B as 4500. That is, Esther should invest rupees 500 in Trusters Bank and rupees 4500 in Big Money Bank in order to attain her financial goal. That is, her goal is to earn only rupees 235 as an interest rate of her savings account. I hope you all understand the significant role of money in terms of simple interest in our day-to-day life. But the biblical proverb says, there's more to life than money. Yes, money alone can't make one happy. Then what makes you happy? Think about it.